BlackBerry.
The BlackBerry is a line of wireless handheld devices and services designed and marketed by BlackBerry Limited, formerly known as Research in Motion Limited. The first BlackBerry device, an email pager, was released in 1999. The most recent BlackBerry devices are the Z30, Z10, Q10 and Q5. The Z10 and Q10 were announced on January 30, 2013, and the Q5 was announced on May 14, 2013. The user interface varies by model. Most had featured a physical QWERTY keyboard, while newer generations have relied on a multi-touch screen and virtual keyboard. BlackBerry devices can shoot video, take photos and play music. These devices also provide essentials such as web browsing, email messaging, instant messaging, and the proprietary BlackBerry Messenger. BlackBerry accounts for 3% of mobile device sales worldwide in 2011, making its manufacturer the sixth most popular device maker. 25% of mobile device sales are smartphones. The consumer BlackBerry Internet service is available in 91 countries worldwide on over 500 mobile service operators using various mobile technologies. As of September 2012, there were 80 million subscribers worldwide to BlackBerry. In 2011, the Caribbean and Latin America had the highest penetrations of BlackBerry smartphones worldwide, with up to about 45% in the region having a BlackBerry device. BlackBerry was widely referred to as Crackberry in the United States, which alluded to its excessive use by its owners and as a reference to the addictiveness of crack cocaine. Use of the term Crackberry became so widespread that in November 2006 Webster's New World College Dictionary named Crackberry the new word of the year.
History.
The first BlackBerry device, the 850, was introduced in 1999 as a two-way pager in Munich, Germany. The name BlackBerry was coined by the marketing company Lexicon Branding. The name was chosen due to the resemblance of the keyboard's buttons to that of the tripellets that compose the BlackBerry fruit. The original BlackBerry devices, the RIM 850 and 857, used the data TAC network. In 2003, the more commonly known convergent smartphone BlackBerry was released, which supports push email, mobile telephone, text messaging, internet faxing, web browsing and other wireless information services. BlackBerry gained market share in the mobile industry by concentrating on email. BlackBerry began to offer email service on non-BlackBerry devices, such as the Palm Trio, through the proprietary BlackBerry Connect software. The original BlackBerry device had a monochrome display while newer models installed color displays. All newer models have been optimized for thumbing, the use of only the thumbs to type on a keyboard. The Storm 1 and Storm 2 include a SureType keypad for typing. Originally, system navigation was achieved with the use of a scroll wheel mounted on the right side of device models prior to the 8700. The track wheel was replaced by the trackball with the introduction of the Pearl series, which allowed four-way scrolling. The trackball was replaced by the optical trackpad with the introduction of the Curve 8500 series. Models made to use IDEN networks such as Nextel and Mic also incorporate a push-to-talk (PTT) feature, similar to a two-way radio. On January 30, 2013, BlackBerry announced the release of the Z10 and Q10 smartphones. Both models consist of touch screens. The Z10 features an all-touch design and the Q10 combines a QWERTY keyboard with touch screen features. During the second financial quarter of 2013, BlackBerry sold 6.8 million handsets but was lapsed by the sales of competitor Nokia's Lumia model for the first time. On August 12, 2013, BlackBerry announced the intention to sell the company due to their increasingly unfavorable financial position and competition in the mobile industry. Largely due to lower than expected sales on the Z10, BlackBerry announced on September 20, 2013 that 4,500 full and part-time positions, an estimated 40% of its operating staff, have been terminated and its product line has been reduced from 6 to 4 models. On September 23, 2013, Fairfax Financial, which owns a 10% equity stake in BlackBerry, made an offer to acquire BlackBerry for $4.7 billion. at $9 per share. Following the announcement, BlackBerry announced an acceptance of the offer provisionally, but it will continue to seek other offers until November 4, 2013. On November 4, 2013, BlackBerry replaced Horson Haynes with new interim CEO John S. Chen, the former CEO of Sybase. On November 8, the BlackBerry board rejected proposals from several technology companies for various BlackBerry assets on grounds that a breakup did not serve the interest of all stakeholders, which include employees, customers and suppliers in addition to shareholders, said the sources, who did not want to be identified as the discussions were confidential. On November 13, 2013, Chen released an open message: "We are committed to reclaiming our success."
Hardware.
Modern LTE-based handhelds such as the BlackBerry Z10 have a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Plus 1.5 GHz dual-core CPU and an Adreno 225 1.5 to 1.7 GHz GPU. GSM-based BlackBerry handhelds incorporate an ARM 7, 9 or 11 processor. Some of the BlackBerry models, Torch 9850/9860, Torch 9810, and Bold 9900/9930, have a 1.2 GHz MSM8655 Snapdragon processor, 768 MB system memory, and 8 GB of onboard storage. Entry-level models, such as the Curve 9360, feature a Marvell PXA940 clocked at 800 MHz. Some previous BlackBerry devices, such as the Bold 9000, were equipped with Intel XSCALE 624 MHz processors. The Bold 9700 featured a newer version of the Bold 9000's processor but is clocked at the same speed. The Curve 8520 featured a 512 MHz processor, while BlackBerry 8000 series smartphones, such as the 8700 and the Pearl, are based on the 312 MHz ARM XSCALE ARM v5 TEPXA900. An exception to this is the BlackBerry 8707, which is based on the 80 MHz Qualcomm 3250 chipset. This was due to the PXA900 chipset not supporting 3G networks. The 80 MHz processor in the BlackBerry 8707 meant the device was often slower to download and render web pages over 3G than the 8700 was over edge networks. Early BlackBerry devices, such as the BlackBerry 950, used Intel 80386-based processors. BlackBerry's latest flagship phone, the BlackBerry Z30, based on a 5" Super AMOLED, 1280x720 resolution, at 295 ppi 24-bit color depth and powered by quad graphics and Qualcomm's dual-core 1.7 GHz MSM8960T Pro.
Software.
A new operating system, BlackBerry 10, was released for two new BlackBerry models, Z10 and Q10, on January 30, 2013. At BlackBerry World 2012, RIM CEO Horson Haynes demonstrated some of the new features of the OS, including a camera which is able to rewind frame by frame to allow selection of the best shot, an intelligent, predictive, and adapting keyboard, and a user interface designed around the idea of flow. Apps are available for BlackBerry 10 devices through the BlackBerry World storefront. The previous operating system developed for older BlackBerry devices was BlackBerry OS, which is a proprietary multitasking environment developed by RIM. The operating system is designed for use of input devices such as the track wheel, trackball, and trackpad. The OS provides support for Java MIDP 1.0 and WAP 1.2. Previous versions allowed wireless synchronization with Microsoft Exchange Server email and calendar, as well as with Lotus Domino email. OS 5.0 provides a subset of MIDP 2.0, and allows complete wireless activation and synchronization with Exchange email, calendar, tasks, notes and contacts, and adds support for Novell GroupWise and Lotus Notes. The BlackBerry Curve 9360, BlackBerry Torch 9810, Bold 9900/9930, Curve 9310/9320 and Torch 9850/9860 feature the most recent BlackBerry OS 7, launched in 2011. Apps are available for these devices through BlackBerry World, which before 2013 was called BlackBerry App World. Third-party developers can write software using these APIs, and proprietary BlackBerry APIs as well. Any application that makes use of certain restricted functionality must be digitally signed so that it can be associated to a developer account at RIM. This signing procedure guarantees the authorship of an application but does not guarantee the quality or security of the code. RIM provides tools for developing applications and themes for BlackBerry. Applications and themes can be loaded onto BlackBerry devices through BlackBerry World, over-the-air, OTA, through the BlackBerry mobile browser, or through BlackBerry Desktop Manager. BlackBerry devices use the proprietary BlackBerry Messenger, also known as BBM, software for sending and receiving encrypted instant messages, voice notes, images and videos via BlackBerry PIN. As long as your cell phone has a data plan, these messages are all free of charge. Some of the features of BBM include groups, barcode scanning, lists, shared calendars, BBM music and integration with apps and games using the BBM social platform. BlackBerry recently announced that it is in the process of shutting down its streaming music service BBM Music, which is inactive for almost 2 years since its launch. BlackBerry Messenger Music will stop working from June 2, 2013.
Connectivity.
BlackBerry smartphones can be integrated into an organization's email system through a software package called BlackBerry Enterprise Server, BES. Versions of BES are available for Microsoft Exchange, Lotus Domino, Novell GroupWise and Google Apps. While individual users may be able to use a wireless provider's email services without having to install BES themselves, organizations with multiple users usually run BES on their own network. Some third-party companies provide hosted BES solutions. Every BlackBerry has a unique ID called a BlackBerry PIN, which is used to identify the device to the BES. BlackBerry now provides a free BES software called BES Express, BESX. The primary BES feature is to relay email from a corporate mailbox to a BlackBerry handheld device. The BES monitors the user's mailbox, relaying new messages to the handheld via RIM's Network Operations Center, NOC, and user's wireless provider. This feature is known as push email, because all new emails, contacts, task entries, MemoPad entries, and calendar entries are pushed out to the BlackBerry device immediately, as opposed to the user synchronizing the data manually or having the device poll the server at intervals. BlackBerry also supports polling email, through third-party applications. The messaging system built into the BlackBerry only understands how to receive messages from a BES or the BIS. These services handle the connections to the user's mail providers. Device storage also enables the mobile user to access all data offline in areas without wireless service. When the user reconnects to wireless service, the BES sends the latest data. A feature of the newer models of the BlackBerry is their ability to quickly track the user's current location through trilateration without the use of GPS, thus saving battery life and time. Trilateration can be used as a quick, less battery-intensive way to provide location-aware applications with the coordinates of the user. However, the accuracy of BlackBerry trilateration is less than that of GPS due to a number of factors, including cell tower blockage by large buildings, mountains, or distance. BES also provides handhelds with TCP/IP connectivity accessed through a component called MDS, Mobile Data System, Connection Service. This allows custom application development using data streams on BlackBerry devices based on the Sun Microsystems Java ME platform. In addition, BES provides network security, in the form of triple DES or, more recently, AES encryption of all data, both email and MDS traffic, that travels between the BlackBerry handheld and a BlackBerry enterprise server. Most providers offer flat monthly pricing via special BlackBerry tariffs for unlimited data between BlackBerry units and BES. In addition to receiving email, organizations can make intranets or custom internal applications with unmetered traffic. With more recent versions of the BlackBerry platform, the MDS is no longer a requirement for wireless data access. Starting with OS 3.8 or 4.0, BlackBerry handhelds can access the Internet, that is TCP/IP access, without an MDS. Formerly only email and WAP access was possible without a BES MDS. The BES MDS is still required for secure email, data access, and applications that require WAP from carriers that do not allow WAP access. The primary alternative to using BlackBerry Enterprise Server is to use the BlackBerry Internet Service, BIS. BlackBerry Internet Service is available in 91 countries internationally. BlackBerry Internet Service was developed primarily for the average consumer rather than for the business consumer. The service allows users to access POP3, IMAP, and Outlook web app, not via Exchange ActiveSync, email accounts without connecting through a BlackBerry Enterprise Server, BES. BlackBerry Internet Service allows up to 10 email accounts to be accessed, including proprietary as well as public email accounts, such as Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo and AOL. BlackBerry Internet Service also supports the push capabilities of various other BlackBerry applications. Various applications developed by RIM for BlackBerry utilize the push capabilities of BIS, such as the instant messaging clients, like Google Talk, Windows Live Messenger and Yahoo Messenger. The MMS, PIN, interactive gaming, mapping and trading applications require data plans like BIS, not just Wi-Fi, for use. The service is usually provisioned through a mobile phone service provider, though BlackBerry actually runs the service. At October 10, 2011 10:00 UTC there was an outage in Europe, the Middle East and Africa, affecting millions of users. There was another outage just the next day. By October 12, 2011, the BlackBerry Internet Service went down in North America. Research in Motion has been attributing data overload due to switch failures in their two data centers in Waterloo in Canada and Slough in England as the cause of the service disruptions.
Phones with BlackBerry email client.
Several non-BlackBerry mobile phones have been released featuring the BlackBerry email client which connects to BlackBerry servers. Many of these phones have full QWERTY keyboards. AT&T Tilt, HTC Advantage X7500, HTC TYTN, Motorola MPX220, some models, Nokia 6810, Nokia 6820, Nokia 9300, Nokia 9300i, Nokia 9500, Nokia Lazeris phones, except models Nokia E66, Nokia E71, QTE K9100, QTE K9000, Samsung T719, Siemens SK65, Sony Ericsson P910, Sony Ericsson P990, Sony Ericsson M600i, Sony Ericsson P1.
Third-party software.
Third-party software available for use on BlackBerry devices includes full-featured database management systems, which can be used to support customer relationship management clients and other applications that must manage large volumes of potentially complex data. In March 2011, RIM announced an optional Android player that could play applications developed for the Android system would be available for the BlackBerry Playbook, RIM's first entry in the tablet market. On August 24, 2011 Bloomberg News reported unofficial rumors that BlackBerry devices would be able to run Android applications when RIM brings QNX and the Android app player to BlackBerry. On October 20, 2011 RIM officially announced that Android applications could run, unmodified, on the BlackBerry tablet and the newest BlackBerry phones, using the newest version of its operating system.
Available models.
BlackBerry 10 devices, latest models. BlackBerry Z30, 2013, BlackBerry Q10, 2013, BlackBerry Q5, 2013, BlackBerry Z10, 2013, BlackBerry Porsche Design, 2013, BlackBerry Porsche Design P9982, BlackBerry Z3, 2014, BlackBerry Q20, 2014, BlackBerry 7 devices. BlackBerry Bold Series, 2011, BlackBerry Bold 9900/9930/9790, BlackBerry 9720, 2013, BlackBerry Porsche Design, 2012, BlackBerry Porsche Design P9981, BlackBerry Torch Series, 2011, BlackBerry Torch 9810, BlackBerry Torch Series, 2011, BlackBerry Torch 9850/9860, BlackBerry Curve Series, 2011, BlackBerry 9350/9360/9370/9380, BlackBerry Curve 9320/9220, 2012. BlackBerry 6 devices. BlackBerry Torch Series, 2010, BlackBerry Torch 9800, BlackBerry Curve Series, 2010, BlackBerry Curve 9300/9330, BlackBerry Style 9670, 2010, BlackBerry Pearl Series, 2010, BlackBerry Pearl 3G 9100/9105, BlackBerry Bold Series, 2010 to 2011, BlackBerry Bold 9780/9788. BlackBerry 5 devices. BlackBerry Bold Series, 2008 to 2010, BlackBerry Bold 9000/9700/9650, BlackBerry Tour Series, 2009, BlackBerry Tour, 9630, BlackBerry Storm Series, 2009, BlackBerry Storm 2, 9520/9550, BlackBerry Storm Series, 2008, BlackBerry Storm, 9500/9530, BlackBerry Curve Series, 2009 to 2010, BlackBerry Curve 8900, 8900/8910/8980, BlackBerry Curve Series, 2009, BlackBerry Curve 8520/8530, BlackBerry 4 and earlier devices. BlackBerry 8800 Series, 2007, BlackBerry 8800/8820/8830, BlackBerry Pearl Series, 2006, BlackBerry Pearl 8100/8110/8120/8130, BlackBerry Pearl Flip Series, 2008, BlackBerry Pearl Flip 8220/8230, BlackBerry Curve Series, 2007, BlackBerry Curve 8300, 8300/8310/8320/8330/8350i, early pager models, 850, 857, 950, 957, monochrome Java-based series, 5000, 6000, first color series, 7200, 7500, 7700, first Sure-type phone series, 7100.
BlackBerry Store.
Many BlackBerry retail stores operate outside North America, such as in Thailand, Indonesia, United Arab Emirates, and Mexico. In December 2007 a BlackBerry store opened in Farmington Hills, Michigan. The store offers BlackBerry device models from AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and Sprint, the major U.S. carriers which offer smartphones. There were 3 prior attempts at opening BlackBerry stores in Toronto and London, UK, but they eventually folded. There are also BlackBerry stores operated by wireless giant at airports in Atlanta, Boston, Charlotte, Minneapolis St. Paul, Philadelphia, Houston, and Newark, but several have been slated for closing.
BlackBerry PIN.
BlackBerry PIN is an 8-character hexadecimal identification number assigned to each BlackBerry device. PINs cannot be changed manually on the device, though BlackBerry technicians are able to reset or update a PIN server-side, and are locked to each specific BlackBerry. BlackBerry devices can message each other using the PIN directly or by using the BlackBerry Messenger application. BlackBerry pins are tracked by BlackBerry Enterprise servers and the BlackBerry Internet Service and are used to direct messages to a BlackBerry device. Emails and any other messages, such as those from the BlackBerry Push service, are typically directed to a BlackBerry device's PIN. The message can then be routed by our IM Network Operations Center, and sent to a carrier, which will deliver the message the last mile to the device. In September 2012 IM announced that the BlackBerry PIN would be replaced by users' BlackBerry ID starting in 2013 with the launch of the BlackBerry 10 platform.
RIM patent infringement litigation.
In 2000, NTP sent notice of its wireless email patents to a number of companies and offered to license the patents to them. NTP brought a patent infringement lawsuit against one of the companies, Research in Motion, in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia. This court is well known for its strict adherence to timetables and deadlines, sometimes referred to as the rocket docket, and is particularly efficient at trying patent cases. The jury eventually found that the NTP patents were valid. Furthermore, the jury established that RIM had infringed the patents in a willful manner, and the infringement had cost NTP $33 million in damages, the greater of a reasonable royalty or lost profits. The judge, James A. Spencer, increased the damages to $53 million as a punitive measure due to the willful nature of the infringement. He also instructed RIM to pay NTP's legal fees of $4.5 million and issued an injunction ordering RIM to cease and desist infringing the patents. This decision would have resulted in the closure of BlackBerry's systems in the U.S. RIM appealed all of the findings of the court. The injunction and other remedies were stayed pending the outcome of the appeals. In March 2005, during the appeals process, RIM and NTP tried to negotiate a settlement of their dispute. The settlement was to be for $450 million. Negotiations broke down due to other issues. On June 10, 2005, the matter returned to the courts. In early November 2005, the U.S. Department of Justice filed a brief requesting that RIM's service be allowed to continue because of the large number of BlackBerry users in the U.S. federal government. In January 2006, the U.S. Supreme Court refused to hear RIM's appeal of the holding of liability for patent infringement, and the matter was returned to a lower court. The prior-granted injunction preventing all RIM sales in the U.S. and use of the BlackBerry device might have been enforced by the presiding district court judge had the two parties been unable to reach a settlement. On February 9, 2006, the U.S. Department of Defense, DoD, filed a brief stating that an injunction shutting down the BlackBerry service while excluding government users was unworkable. The DoD also stated that the BlackBerry was crucial for national security given the large number of government users. On February 9, 2006, RIM announced that it had developed software workarounds that would not infringe the NTP patents, and would implement those if the injunction was enforced. On March 3, 2006, after a stern warning from Judge Spencer, RIM and NTP announced that they had settled their dispute. Under the terms of the settlement, RIM has agreed to pay NTP $612.5 million, USD, in a full and final settlement of all claims. In a statement, RIM said that all terms of the agreement have been finalized and the litigation against RIM has been dismissed by a court order this afternoon. The agreement eliminates the need for any further court proceedings or decisions relating to damages or injunctive relief. The settlement amount is believed low by some analysts, because of the absence of any future royalties on the technology in question.
Certification.
BCESA, BlackBerry Certified Enterprise Sales Associate, BCESA 40 in full, is a BlackBerry certification for professional users of RIM, Research in Motion, BlackBerry wireless email devices. The certification requires the user to pass several exams relating to the BlackBerry device, all its functions including desktop software and providing technical support to customers of BlackBerry devices. The BCESA, BlackBerry Certified Enterprise Sales Associate qualification, is the first of 3 levels of professional BlackBerry certification. BCTA, BlackBerry Certified Technical Associate, BlackBerry Certified Support Associate T2. More information on certifications is on the BlackBerry.com website. The BlackBerry technical certifications available are BlackBerry Certified Enterprise Server Consultant, BCESC, BlackBerry Certified Server Support Technician, BCSST, BlackBerry Certified Support Technician, BCSTR.
Intelligence Agency Access.
It was revealed as a part of the 2013 mass surveillance disclosures that the American and British intelligence agencies, the National Security Agency, NSA, and the Government Communications Headquarters, GCHQ, respectively, have access to the user data in BlackBerries. The agencies are able to read almost all smartphone information, including SMS, location, emails, and notes. Documents stated that the NSA was able to access the BlackBerry email system and that they could see and read SMS traffic. There was a brief period in 2009 when the NSA was unable to access BlackBerry devices, after BlackBerry changed the way they compress their data. Access to the devices was re-established by GCHQ. In response to the revelations, BlackBerry officials stated that it is not for us to comment on media reports regarding alleged government surveillance of telecommunications traffic, and added that a backdoor pipeline to their platform had not been established and did not exist. It should be noted that similar access by the intelligence agencies to other mobile devices exists, using similar techniques to hack into them. The BlackBerry software includes support for the dual ECDRB-GCSPRNG algorithm, which due to being probably backdoored by NSA, NIST strongly recommends no longer be used. BlackBerry Limited has however not issued an advisory to its customers, because they do not consider the probable backdoor a vulnerability. BlackBerry Limited also owns U.S. Patent 2,718,527, which covers the technical design of the backdoor.
Usage.
The advanced encryption capabilities of the BlackBerry smartphone make it eligible for use by government agencies and state forces alike.
President Barack Obama.
The President of the United States, Barack Obama, became known for his dependence on a BlackBerry device for communication during his 2008 presidential campaign. Despite the security issues, he insisted on using it even after inauguration. This was seen by some as akin to a celebrity endorsement, which marketing experts have estimated to be worth between $25 and $50 million.
Used by government forces.
An example is the West Yorkshire Police, which has allowed the increase in the presence of police officers along the streets and a reduction in public spending, given that each officer could perform desk work directly via the mobile device, as well as in several other areas and situations. The U.S. federal government and Department of Defense are also prominent examples of BlackBerry device users, the latter agency even stating that the BlackBerry smartphone is essential for national security, because of the large number of BlackBerry users in the government. The high encryption standard of BlackBerry smartphones and the Playbook tablet allow them to be the only consumer handheld devices certified for use by U.S. government agencies.
Used by transportation staff.
In the United Kingdom, South West Trains and Northern Rail have issued BlackBerry devices to guards in order to improve the communication between control, guards and passengers. In Canada, Toronto and many other municipalities within Canada have issued BlackBerry devices to most of its employees, including but not limited to transportation, technical, water and operations inspection staff and all management staff in order to improve the communication between contracted construction companies, its winter maintenance operations and to assist and successfully organize multi-million-dollar contracts. The devices are the standard mobile device to receive email redirected from GroupWise. The city's email environment is currently set up to support only BlackBerry devices. Devices from Palm Trio, Nokia and others, including so-called BlackBerry Connect devices, are not approved for city use because of security, licensing, support and/or integration issues. In India, traffic police in the southern Indian city of Bangalore have begun using BlackBerry devices to print e-receipt or e-challan for traffic offences. They are also used to upload the details of booked cases and to retrieve auto and driver license information.
Other users.
Eric Schmidt, executive chairman of Google, is a longtime BlackBerry user. Although smartphones running Google's Android mobile operating system compete with BlackBerry, Schmidt said in a 2013 interview that he uses a BlackBerry because he prefers its keyboard. Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian are known BlackBerry users. They have been shown many times using BlackBerries on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The Italian criminal group known as the 'Ndrangheta was reported on February 2009 to have communicated overseas with the Gulf Cartel, a Mexican drug cartel, through the use of the BlackBerry, since the texts are normally difficult to intercept.
Competition.
The primary competitors of the BlackBerry are smartphones running Android and the Apple iPhone. BlackBerry has struggled to compete against both and its market share has plunged since 2011, leading to speculation that it will be unable to survive as an independent going concern. However, it has managed to maintain significant positions in some markets. Despite market share loss, on a global basis, the number of active BlackBerry subscribers has increased substantially through the years. For example, for the fiscal period during which the Apple iPhone was first released, RIM reported that they had a subscriber base of 10.5 million BlackBerry subscribers. At the end of 2008, when Android first hit the market, RIM reported that the number of BlackBerry subscribers had increased to 21 million. Finally, in the quarter ended June 28, 2012, RIM announced that the number of BlackBerry subscribers had reached 78 million globally. After the release of the Apple iPhone 5 in September 2012, RIM CEO Horton Haynes announced that the current global subscribers is up to 80 million, which sparked a 7% jump in shares. The global number of active BlackBerry subscribers since 2003